Hi there, this is Alfie Whattam, London's tech recruiter and the host of the London Technology podcast. Today I'm speaking with Vaibhav, and thanks for joining us. Could you start by just telling us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, so I'm Vaibhav. I'm originally from India. I was born in Delhi with five sisters because we live in joint family in India. That includes cousins. And as my education, I moved around all over India, central India, which is Delhi. Then I went to northeast, which is Himalayas. Then I went to beach, which is southern India. So did my education. Then briefly, I worked for the U.S. Defense in their R&D on simulations. And before that, I was in gaming. That's my primary background is. I was a game developer. And then later on, I climbed into the corporate world. I did a lot of consultancies and now in Microsoft CTO office working as architect on digital transformations. So yeah.
Perfect. So you've obviously been in the industry for a while. You've got different levels of experience. Have you got any advice for people that are just starting in their tech careers?
Yeah, sure. I think one of the key advice that I would see that anybody who is coming out from the college right now, definitely there are a few things. I'm sure that you know what cloud world is, so that's something you should know. What are the capabilities? What are the accelerators that you have in cloud world that you can take on? I'm from Microsoft, so I'll speak for Azure, but there is equally one in Amazon and Google. Whatever your choice is, get in over there and understand what benefits that you can take out to get on your ideas. That's one. And the second is always keep your eye on the Gartner hype chart. If you are a graduate, there would be a lot of technologies, a lot of trends that are coming on right now. And by the time you get into your first two experience or first 5 years experience, a lot of those technologies will mature and explode. As a graduate, what really helped me was what are the waves that I have to ride on between these industry trends to get to the acceleration path. The first one was iPhone was launched in 2008. So that was the first wave I rode. The second wave I rode was the API. The world was getting API driven. And the third wave, which was on the IoT and AI side, that's the third wave I'm riding right now. So you have to see what's your current age, what kind of where are you in your career? Is your first, second, third year, and where that aligns in the Gartner hype chart, and always keep an eye on those technologies and then align yourselves on your skill sets in that area. That's something I would say for the industry.
Wicked. And what is the Gardener hype chart, just for people that don't understand what it actually is?
Okay, so Gartner hype chart. Gartner is an unbiased view of what happens in technology. They have been there for donkey years now. And what they do is they create a parabol, a normal curve over there that shows all the industry trends that are happening. You must have heard of blockchain. You must have heard of virtual reality, augmented reality. So what they do is they pop these trends on where they are in terms of their maturity cycle. What happens is there is a known path for all these industry trends. First of all, there's a huge hype about them that they're going to in a bubble. Everything is going to be great. Everything is going to be big. You're going to see a lot of videos and people talking about it. And that's where the hype is building. What happens after that is the bubble burst, which recently happened in blockchain, and everything falls apart. It crashes down, and everybody say, "Oh, it's not working." That happened a lot in VR previously years. And then after that, what happens is people understand it's not what they think it was, but there is something over there that can be used to apply from. For example, blockchain for cryptocurrency got into the industry applications, the supply chain, the logistics, and that's the maturity curve that you get into. So AI, artificial intelligence, is on the hype chart. The IoT has burst the bubble, but now it's on the maturity chart. So just you have to see how many years those technology would be into the maturity state. That means they're expanding the skill sets for them and demand, and how far you are in that trajectory. If you align yourself, then you are setting yourself in a fast track mode.
Perfect. Brilliant. That's a very simple and easy explanation. So thank you for that. Now, on the topic of cutting edge technologies, is there anything which gets you excited, which you think will have a big impact on the future?
So if I'm not paid for any work and I have to pick one thing that I do not want to do, and in pandemic you would leave me with for the rest of my life, it would be two things. And that is the combination of IoT and AI, what you can do in it. And it's also known by term edge computing. if I have to place all my cards, all my career path into this, I think that's one technology that I would pick, simply because of the conversations, the trends that I'm seeing in Microsoft. So there is some insights over there, but also following the trends and the conversation that I'm seeing with very high senior people in the industry and where it's going. You have to see uh, how do you, as who is coming out in the IT industry, how do you build the next Alexa? How do you build a next device that can be fitted into a car that can help people? How can you build something to help a residential society? So that is very, very key area to keep your eyes on in the next 5 years. And I think you will see a lot of growth. Imagine you're standing in a world of 2007 when iPhone is about to be launched. That's how exciting this is.
Yeah, it's definitely a big revolution. And when you mentioned Alexa, then my Alexa started beeping. That's the only thing with them. They're very sensitive.
They
But
are.
cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share your ideas and insights. It definitely was useful and helpful for people watching. And thank you to everybody for watching as well.
Thank you so much.